Since 1968, Mackie Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackie Motors in Lake City. The IKM-Manning girls cross country team, they just competed up here at the state cross country meet in Fort Dodge. We're going to talk with all of them coming up here. We're going to start with Taylor Beckendorf, who was their top finisher here today. Taylor, let's talk about the start. How'd things go for you early today?
I thought the start was pretty slow.
Really?
Yes.
For you or for the whole group as like
me.
a whole? For you?
I thought everyone started sprinting and I was like, oh my God, they're going so fast.
So were you not anticipating seeing that here today?
Oh, I was.
You were? Okay.
But I wasn't like, I don't really know.
How'd you recover for it? How did you feel like you ran the race today?
I pushed through the middle and then finished strong at the end.
Take us through that middle part then. As you pushed through, how were you able to push through?
During the middle, I was trying to just pass person by person until the end.
Did you feel like you passed quite a few girls here today?
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you finished strong. Take us through that finish. Take us. How is it coming down that finish line?
I heard people yelling like, you have less than like a 400 left, like start sprinting, whatever. And then I heard people say like, this is a sprint. So then I just started sprinting.
What's it like to get a run up here and get a run as a complete team? What's this feeling like?
It's awesome, I think. Just especially being like the first team ever for IKM-Manning. I think that's really cool.
You guys are going to go down in history with that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, great job out here today. I know the boys are getting ready to go, so we're going to let you go. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll move over on now to Reagan Garrison, who had another good run here today. Reagan, congratulations. How'd you feel out here today?
I felt a little tired, but I tried just pushing through it.
How were you able to do that? Did you eventually feel pretty good, or were you kind of feel like you were tired the whole way?
I just told myself I have like a mile left and keep pushing through so I could finish and get a good place.
How was the start for you here today?
I honestly felt like I was sprinting, and then I got tripped, but I recovered and just kept going as strong as I could.
Talk about getting tripped and how did you recover? You didn't end up going down, I imagine, but how were you able to regain your balance?
I kind of just like stumbled a little bit and then got back up and then just went.
So take me through that last 400 or 500 meters. What's it like finishing here at the state cross country meet?
It was like I'm almost done, but my legs were dead, so I tried my hardest to sprint as I could.
How different is it running here than running in a regular season or even the state qualifying meet?
I would say there's definitely a lot more people, which I think pushed me.
What are you going to take away from here, as a memory?
It was a good thing with the team and our great bond and just experience it together.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Let's move over now to Emily Albertson. And Emily, appreciate you joining us. For you, what was this one like?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought my start was strong, but I feel like then I kind of died towards the end.
I think everybody goes out so fast here. Is that what happened to you, do you think?
Yeah, I think I started out really strong because I was just trying to get up there, get a good placement for our team because our goal was to place in the top 10 as a team. So I think that just kind of made me get a little bit tired towards the end.
How were you able to fight through being tired late in the race?
I just tried to keep a good mentality because I think cross country is a really mental sport and I think you just have to keep fighting.
What'd you feel like when you crossed the finish line here today?
I felt pretty good because I thought I passed 3 girls at the end, so I thought that really was good. And then I also felt a bit discouraged, but...
How were you able to close so strong if you were tired?
Because I knew that it was almost the end, and I knew that you just got to give it all you got and just go for it.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Julianna Tribe. And Julianna, great run for you today. You told me as well, kind of got tripped up at the start here. How'd you fight through that?
Yeah, so everyone started off really, really hard in the beginning, and then I ended up getting tripped by one of the girls, and it was definitely fueling my anger and the beginning of the race.
How were you able to kind of use that anger to push yourself to run?
It pushed me and it made my legs go faster and keep up with the girls and keep racing the race instead of just running it.
What was the pace like out there today?
It was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be at first. I definitely died closer to the end, but I feel like my start was really good.
As you walked the course this morning, what were you setting up for a strategy to run here today?
I was really looking at like the curves and the winds and a few of the hills and trying to see which ways I can pass girls best and race it.
Able to do that then, pass the girls where you wanted to?
Yes, yep.
Did you find some girls to kind of run with here today and kind of pace yourself with them?
I tried to at some of the flatter parts, and then at some of the hills I tried to get past them. So,
what's the memory you're going to take away besides running up here today?
Just like Emily just said, we have such a good bond, and I really liked dyeing our hair for state. That was really fun. So,
well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You're going to move over now to Lauren Earlmeck, and Lauren, appreciate you joining us here today. How'd you feel like things went here today?
Pretty good. I think I ran a lot faster than I thought I would, and I started pretty strong in the beginning and at the end.
So what do you think pushed you to run faster today? Was it just how fast this race is?
I think since there were so many spectators, all eyes were on me, so I made sure that I went a little bit faster than I think I usually do.
Do you like running like that then? Do you like kind of having everybody maybe watching you?
I think it pushes me, so yeah, I think so.
What's it like being here with all of these runners? Has it you had to meet even state qualifying anywhere similar to this?
I mean, kind of, because it's a golf course, so it's pretty similar, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure, and everybody's really fast here.
How did this course fit you as far as your running style? Pretty well?
Yeah, it was pretty flat, so I liked that a lot. And there were a lot of downhills and not too many like really hard uphills, so I liked it.
Middle part of the race, how'd that go for you today?
I kind of blacked out. It was pretty, I actually think that was the hardest because that's where you mentally have to think through it the most, but I got through pretty well.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us. Congrats on getting up here.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now. Caitlin Spolster set to join us next. And Caitlin, how did you feel like things went for you out here today?
They definitely didn't go as good as I had hoped they would, but it's definitely something that I've been working towards for 4 years.
What's it like to get here as a senior and then to come as a whole team?
It is so strange. It doesn't feel real. It just feels like I never thought we'd be here. I always knew I'm a cross-country runner. It's harder to get to state. I never expected to be here, especially with these girls, and it happened, and it's exciting.
So what have you kind of walked around and soaked in here today, being here?
I've definitely soaked in the amount of people and the amount of teams and just all the runners and how proud I am of just everybody and how hard they work. It's just not even just our team, just everybody is insane.
How'd the start of the race with all those runners go? How'd that go for you?
Not very well. I definitely started out slower than I usually do. It was very odd with so many people and how hard they were running. I couldn't start as fast as I wanted to, mainly because I hurt my foot last week. So I've been struggling on that, but I made it work.
I saw you limping over here. How you feeling right now?
It's pretty sore. It's not good.
Okay, well, tell you what, we're going to let you go. One last thought. You mentioned getting to run with these girls. What's been kind of the memory for you of just hanging out with the girls once you've gotten here?
It's definitely been, so before we start running, we go in this huddle and we do a certain prayer that we have done since my sophomore year. And it's definitely awesome to see how much they've memorized it and how much we've grown with it, and how whenever we say amen, we always throw our hands up and we yell amen. It's insane. It's definitely my favorite memory from this team.
Well, I tell you what, great job up here today. Go watch the boys. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Caitlin Spolster joining us. We're going to finish up here with Maddie Snyder. And Maddie, you told me at the beginning of the year you were going to be up here. You made it come true. What's it like?
Surprisingly. Well, I am not a good runner. I'm not going to lie to you. I am not good at long distance, but I am just blessed with such a good team, and they definitely carried me here. And I just am so grateful to be here and have this experience.
What was it like then to get to come up here?
Oh my gosh, so nerve-wracking because all these girls are insanely good and I am just meh. And so it was definitely discouraging, but also I'm very impressed and just overwhelmed with everything.
So what was your goal coming up here today?
Not get last.
And you didn't, right?
No, second to last.
So you accomplished that goal.
Yes.
Where did you feel good out there running today?
Where did I feel good? Oh my goodness, nowhere. Nowhere. Actually, okay, I did feel pretty good in the middle of it because then I was just running. I was just going.
Take us through that last 400 then, that down the stretch, down the hill into the finish line.
See, that's probably my favorite part is the last part because then that's where sprinting comes in and that's what I'm good at. And so I liked that part. That part was good. It was also a lot because there's just tons of people, and so it was insane.
Well, I tell you what, great job up here. I'm going to let you go watch the boys run.
Yes.
So congratulations on getting up here. We'll see you at State Track now.
Thank you so much. I'll see you at State Track.